Hey guys, it's Mystic here. I'm doing my first ever combat arms review on the M416 CQb, and it's a weapon that I bought permanent a while ago, along with my other 24 permanent weapons. Yes, I'm an NX whore. Actually, I say people who are NX silver grade are whores, people who are NX gold are sluts, and people like myself who are NX platinum, we're the pimps. And then people like Benny who are NX Diamond are the sugar daddies. First, I just want to start off by saying the M416 is insanely accurate, and the recoil and spread is phenomenal. Close range, this gun is pretty good. It wouldn't really eliminate like 4 or 5 rushing opponents. It's not that good, because the damage per second isn't that high, I don't think, on the M416 CQb. Don't get me wrong, it's a great gun and it is good for close range, but I think the gun is definitely more designed for medium to long range attacks. If you're sitting up at the top of this tunnel that I'm standing in at the moment and you're pointing down towards the Alpha spawn base, even though you got those poles across your view, if you go full auto, scoped in, the recoil is straight up and down, and you will always get the kill. You will always hit your opponent, and unless you're lit and you're on like heartbeat HP, you'll definitely get the kill, because it's very powerful, but not so much for close range. It's definitely, ooh, Leslie, you just saved my life. I like to use the weapon for backup for my sniper. If I'm in a map like Snow Valley, the M416 CQb is probably one of the best weapons you could have as a backup, other than a G36. There was a time when I would say the G36 is probably one of the worst guns in the game, and then I learned to control it, and it's now probably my 4th favorite gun. My 2nd or 3rd favorite being the M416 CQb, and my 2nd or 3rd favorite, depending, is the P90 TRSE, which I also have permanent, which you just saw then. Oh, and mustn't forget the Sky Tri-Spear. Another permanent that I have. The portability on the gun is pretty good. I'm wearing a Cyclops bandana, flash goggles, and recon vest, so I'm plus 25 speed, minus 5 for the utility backpack. So, judging by whether you want speed gear, going by whether you want speed gear or tanker gear, like an assault vest or a tanker vest, the gun has its drawbacks when it comes to portability. It's got pretty good portability. It's tolerable portability when you have speed gear, but if you're using a hawser or you're wearing a tanker vest, I wouldn't recommend running around with this gun. It would definitely be a support weapon then, because it will slow you down considerably. I am skipping partway through this game because the game went for like 20 minutes, because Pizzeria down there was lagging like a bitch, so we can only do a 3v3, and on 90 kills it takes quite a while. And Nick just made someone rage. High five, Nick. See, the recoil is just straight up and down. It doesn't go sideways, it doesn't go diagonal, it's just straight up and down, depending on whether you go full auto or whether you tap fire. And this is a gun you can go full auto with. You don't have to hold back, just spray and pray, because it's so accurate, as I said. And the recoil, I can't get over the recoil of it. I got my hands on Bound's M416 CQb, and it's obviously better than this one, but it has like next to no recoil at all, and the damage is, I think it's 2 points higher, or is it, hold on, let me check, it's 3 points higher than the NX standard CQb, and it actually makes a considerable difference. Like, if you use the M416 CQb camo, which is 41 damage compared to the NX standard of 39 damage, you won't notice that much of a difference. But the Bowen's M416, there is a major difference between the two guns. I think that's because it's an epic weapon. Like, I never go by Nexon stats because they're not exactly too accurate on the weapons. Like, it says the AN94 is really accurate, but when you look at the recoil of the AN94, it is horrible. And it's definitely a tap gun for medium range. Comparing this to the other 5 M416s, other 4 M416s that are in the game, it's probably, in my personal opinion, the second best. Baron's M416, which you can't renew, unfortunately, is obviously the best one, but if you're going to keep an M416 permanently, get the NX standard CQb. Do not even try to renew the NX rare, because it's not worth it. The only difference between the two is the 2 points of damage. Portability stays the same, the rate of fire stays the same, and the rate of fire on the gun is actually pretty good. It can seem a bit slow at times if you've been using, obviously if you've been using SMGs quite a lot, but it's one of the faster shooting guns. And I'm just going to skip through a bit because I get called a jammer here, and I'm just putting this on here so I can prove that it doesn't jam. I just got a new graphics card, so my graphics are on like high quality, and I saw his bullet fly across the screen. I saw the flash, so I ran over and I killed him, and in about 4 seconds I got called a hacker. Counting down now. There it is. Death12 just called me a hacker. All through this game, Death12 was QQing and calling me a hacker, saying I jam, saying I hack and all this. You know, and if you haven't played Combat Arms on high quality, you better upgrade your graphics card, because you can't go back to low quality after this. It's incredible the detail that's actually in this game. I don't know why people bag out Combat Arms as much as they do. But anyway, back to talking about the gun. Yeah, M416 CQb camo isn't worth renewing when you look at it compared to the NX standard, unless you want it for appearance purposes, which then you're really the only one that sees it, because by the time someone takes the gun, your teammates probably killed them anyway. The GP version of it is alright, but it's got less portability and damage. It's got the same accuracy and recoil and rate of fire, but I actually find it's less accurate than the NX version. Again, that was tapping just there, and I still hit him, but he kind of ducked away and I missed. I was getting a few lag spikes during this game. I was still trying to get my bearings on it, because my screen was kind of unproportioned to what I'm used to. It was bigger and everything was smaller. So, and then the graphics. I can't get over the graphics on this game on my monitor. Like, Fraps isn't showing it, I don't think, but the graphics are just amazing. And I think I'm going to call a hacker again, because I killed him from behind. I should have knifed him. I knifed him earlier in this game, and he called me a hacker and said I OPK'd him. I was like right behind him. I was following him for like 30 seconds, and then he stopped, so I knifed him. He's like, oh, hacker. And he's going full auto with the scope, and one without the scope, multi-kill, or headshots. As I said, if you scope in and you start on their stomach, just let the recoil take over, you hit them in the head. It's definitely a lotto gun, a lot like the P90 TRSE. They're lotto guns, and it's unbelievable the amount of headshots you get. I get called a hacker so often using this gun, because I'll sit the other side of this map, like right here, and I'll just shoot them as they appear in the doorway and get headshots, and they say that I OPK'd them because they can't see me. I'm not sure what else there is to talk about in this game. I think the game's about to end anyway on 76 kills, and I think I skipped to the end in a minute. But oh, and now Death12 is asking, can I join your clan? Type kill. No. Considering you're calling me a hacker, no. I had to do a review on the rest of my NX rares and my NX standard guns I have permanent. As I say, I got 25 permanents, and they're all like P90 TRSE, DSR1 tactical. And there's the last kill, full auto, right to the chest. Down goes Death12. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review, and keep an eye out for more, because as soon as my main account gets unbanned, cry face, I'll be making more reviews.